Hello there, great person, and welcome to another reaction to the X-rays. Why do I look like this? Well, I mistyped my cleaning schedule, so my suit's still being washed. I hope it's back for the next video, but anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this thing we're gonna watch now. I don't know what it's about. Let's just find out and let's have some fun. Yeah, as always. Let's go. Okay.
It is indeed the very rare and unusual ogier who will decide to leave their steading homes.
Oh, I love ogier.
In the years that followed their breaking, during the long exile, we ogier wandered lost in search of our steadings.
Oh, did they lose them?
It was then that ogier began to succumb to the longing, to the point of death.
Longing.
Even after finding our steadings once again, we ogier continued to be bound to our homes. There is no lovelier place than an ogier grove. With its great trees, some stand towering since the age of legends.
Yeah,
No
those have to be
shadowed
old.
form will enter. There is
Wow.
no way to channel the one power. In the steading, there is rest.
Why though?
While humankind has long prized ogier masonry, from Ilion, Tyr, to the great Tarvalon, it is not a true thing. For
Wow.
us, it has always been the forest. You cannot bring stone to life.
So can they
When
like...
we sing to the forest, it is much as if the earth itself sings to us.
That is interesting. Singing again.
Young ogier, I had few prized possessions, of which beyond my books I have not many. And whilst there is nothing better than to be at home in the steadings, surrounded by the comforts which offer wisdom and peace, with our beloved groves in sight, true adventure calls. Adventure that cannot be found in a book. Adventure that
They remind me
may
of really
in fact
badass
is
hobbits.
belonging.
Yeah. Wow. That was actually deeper than I thought it would be. I mean, they are always a bit deep, but that was good. So some points. So these steadings, they seem to be like little forests that are very high because they have high trees. Um, you can't channel the one power there. At least not as a channeler. Because they seem to sing and then things grow from the trees, so they kind of produce stuff there. So they're magical as well. So there is magic there in these steadings, but it's different. Though it's probably still the one power, but humans can't access the two sides. That's what I got from it. And the breaking seemed to have ripped them away from home. I don't know what that means because they found these steadings again, but I might not have gotten it, but it seems as if the longing was still there. So why? What is the longing? Because it's not the longing for adventure that he described here when he went on the boat, because that would be, that would not drive him home again. I think I understood it correctly when he said that he was going away, and then the longing comes for home, you know. But the longing was still there. But what is the longing? Also, their masonry skills is that they sing to stones as well, because he said something along those lines. But I think he said we don't like they don't craft with stone, but they sing to the forest. Something like that he said. So I'm curious to see someone, perhaps someone of the ogier build something. I like the ogier a lot. Because yeah, as I said, they are like badass hobbits. They quite seem to be quite in tune with nature. But they are bulky. They seem to be strong. Yeah, perhaps a bit like if you took a hobbit and an ant and crossed them, and whatever would come out there, if it lived long enough to live. I'm sorry, it would be like something like this, because they are this slow talking folk, and they are knowledgeable, and yeah, they seem to be a very highly interesting race. How did they come to be? I wonder. Because I think in the Age of Legends, perhaps an experiment they did on some humans, perhaps some biological changes they made before everyone thing went to hell. Um, and the trees are still there from the Age of Legend, and then I thought, yeah, but they have to be very, very old. And then he showed the rings from this tree trunk that was cut off. That were, I don't know, thousands of rings probably. It was so big. That was such a great shot. Um, yeah, I wonder if they built everything, every great thing, because he said they built Talvalor. So, and what was the other thing? I missed it, I think. But they build a lot of stuff. So, do they build all the big buildings, so to speak, all the great cities that are really pristine? Did they build the Nightmare City as well, where the Ulysal city? Did they build that as well? Were they helping them? Also, he has books, so books seem to be. Why are books of value? Because books are made from trees. I mean, I know it's because of the knowledge as well. Don't get me wrong. That's clear to me. I'm just thinking why books might be special to him, like, or them, because they're made from trees, probably because books are made from trees, like they crafted the boat when they're saying it's like humans or whatever. Perhaps they as well craft books from trees when they work on them. You know, they cut down the trees, they make papyrus or whatever from them, and then they get the books. So that was nice as well. I mean, that if that's the way they produce paper, that's very, 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 very good idea. That they have the love for books, not only because it's knowledge, but because it's home. Perhaps a bit of home. Perhaps their books are made from the steadings that they carry with them, if they do. I mean, probably not all of them do that, but might be might be quite. If I wrote that, I would have probably written it that they all have several very special books to them that are, I don't know, are from their steadings, made from the trees directly, or sung out of the trees. You know, because you probably could do that as well. Sing the book out of the tree, because the book is, if you perhaps make a wooden cover, it might be completely from trees. And I also want to see more of Leowal. I've read in the comments that ogiers are supposed to guide you through these dark paths. Um, let's see if that's true in the show as well. And I mean, it makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, some things from the last episode, perhaps. So Matt is apparently gone. I did not realize that. I thought he was just, yeah, he stays behind because that's in the books, but obviously was because of the coughing, and the actor had to leave the sets. And wow, that's so bad. That's if that would have been it for Matt. Wow, that would have been. I mean, I know they recast some other guy who looks a bit like him and stuff like that. They can explain it with some. Yeah, I drank the wrong potion, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, that's very sad. I like the actor a lot. He was such a great actor. I hope he gets other roles that make him shine like this. Um, and also the Emerald sees some things about this because I will just say it here because I would otherwise type it 1,000 times in the comments because I want to answer every one of your comments, and that it came up a lot. So the Emerald seed, I know that they played it both times in the court. That's not what was weird to me. What was weird to me was the way she acted, and not what she said, but how she did. She was hot, and I found the words. She's hot-headed and short-tempered. That's how she came off to me, and it makes sense. Don't get me wrong; it makes perfect sense because Leandrin's group is plotting against her, or Leandrin's plotting against her. It makes sense. And they say, yeah, everyone says you are weak, and Logain said it as well, even though he wanted to provoke her. Of course, I knew that as well, but um, he didn't manage to provoke her, though. Moraine did manage to provoke her. That was interesting. But yeah, so um, yeah, it was like she was like so short tempered, and like I said, I understand it. I understand that she's weak. And Logan said it that they say the Aes grow weak, perhaps because of her, because she is very. She seemed to me like as a not as a person, the person behind that, and perhaps that's why I didn't get a grip on her because the person we saw with her when she was human, with Moraine, with Nynaeve and Gwen, and yeah, I don't know. She was a real person there, like and this. Obviously, she wears a mask, so to speak, when she's on the Emerald seat. But I understand why they think she's weak because the way she acted, and it's I mean it fits perfectly. Don't get me wrong, it fits perfectly with everything I heard that she's weak or she appears weak. Like this was a bit overkill on Moraine, I think, and the acting. I know it's acting, but it was a bit overkill, and yeah, she was shouting, "Oh, I am the mother," and that's like I said, it make for me she appeared weak in those moments, not because she was challenged, but the way she reacted to the challenge of Moraine. Not from Logain, and Logain was the way I would have expected her to act all the time. If she acted like that all the time, I couldn't have believed that there are people saying they're plotting against her, and that she's weak. People say she's weak. Why? That would have not made sense. This way, it makes sense that people think she's weak. I love that. Don't get me wrong. It's very good. But it's a flaw of her character. Also, didn't get that um, Moraine spoke the words in whispers and the others probably couldn't hear it. I didn't get it. It was just, yeah, I hear it, so the others must hear it too. No, I get that. That was so that made the scene a bit better. That made it better because then it was personal stuff that Moraine knew and uttered to her to say, yeah, I love you. I like that. Because I did not get that. I was too stupid to understand that the others didn't hear it. I thought that was the title she gave herself with the, yeah, strong as a pike, and I thought that was her title, but no. So she's not as arrogant as I thought she was. She's just short tempered in these situations. Okay. And yeah, the Bond thing, what I meant was as well, I knew that Lan knew that she was going to her, but what I meant with being disrespectful is like, and I know you can argue that, and I know there are, and some of you think differently. I completely get where you're coming from, but for me, it's like, I don't know. I got, as a non-reader, I got the Bond was presented to me like this absolute connection of two people. That share everything, good, bad, whatever happens, they share it. And then to say, yeah, I'm having like some pleasure, and you don't. Um, I don't know. That was strange. I understand that people told me in the comments, yeah, but Lan, why he might be guarding someone or be standing guard, and then suddenly, yes, you know what? But I didn't read the scene as that. I read it as Lan knew he was in her chamber and he went away, and he could have gone to a room and just had some, pleasure as well. And I mean that literally, like pleasurable, just a pleasurable experience. I mean, what are you gonna do? You sometimes go to the toilet, and you know what I mean. What men sometimes do. I don't know. It's that's what I meant when I said I got that he knew, but this weakening of the it I don't know. It was like, it felt disrespectful. But I know that it's just a very personal taste it's a very personal impression. I know that's probably you say, yeah, no, and I understand that. But for me, it was like, yeah, but they share everything. Why would they not share when someone, even if they don't love each other, but if one of them loves someone so much that they, what they did, um, why not share that as well? They share the pain. Why not the love? But okay, anyway, next time I will be in style again. This is just what I lying around. I was at a wedding today as well. Was a great wedding, very, very good food, and yeah. So yeah, let's see what I will do next. I will have some plans for reading. I think I know how I will read it. I will do little videos on each chapter I read after it, and I will tell you what I thought. And I will also film me while reading it. So if there is something where I say, "Oh my God, what's this?" you will see it. I will just, I will just put it in the beginning. I will put in the lines I'm reading, and then what, you know, that might be fun. That might be a good way to do it. I might also do Children of Dune that way, because if you don't know, I got into Dune, and if you look through my playlist, there's a Fremen Corner playlist where you see me get into Dune, like knowing nothing to reading two books and reviewing them and stuff like that. So I think I will try that, because it might be fun to find a way to react to books, even though I think it's hard, but I will find a way. Let's just say, and if you say no, this doesn't work, let's just find it out together how we can do that. How I could react to books without you seeing me read them all the time, because that's quite exhausting for you probably as well, and for me it would probably be exhausting as well, and I couldn't produce a lot of content there. But I think the way I plan it might work. So let me know what you think. Anyway, I hope you have a very, very great day, and I wish you all the best. See you soon. Bye.